welcome, Dr. Talaat Mustafa Al Sheikh from Egypt, University
Yes,
Professor Dr. Talaat
i-
Mustafa. Welcome, sir. Welcome to our webinar.
you are welcome. I'm pleasure to sharing you.
Okay. Good evening,
Thank
sir.
you. And my
Sure.
friend Dr. Saifur Rahman is also with us. He's senior poultry broiler consultant also.
Yes. Yes.
Now working with the USAC, United States Soybean Export Council, as a consultant in Pakistan.
That's okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm.
Okay, sir, let us know your life in poultry production and your uh, working in this field. How long time you are working, sir?
Okay. I am professor of poultry husbandry and nutrition. I working in poultry production through 1980.
Oh,
This experience about 40 years. I am consultant for many companies in Egypt. I consultant for a company in Saudi Arabia. I teaching poultry science in Egypt. I was teaching poultry production under hot climates in Spain, and I was visited many companies in USA. I was visited Tyson Company in Missouri State, Oklahoma State, and Arkansas State. I was visited as scientific trip to Arkansas University, Georgia, Indianapolis, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina. This is in USA from 1999. But in Egypt, I was consultant in the company of poultry company for eggs and meat, and the consultant of the government uh, of Sohaj for poultry projects. And there are many companies that I supervisor in this company. I teach many courses of poultry sciences, like as poultry husbandry, poultry nutrition, poultry breeding, and poultry physiology. I have experience on incubators, hatcheries, and now I have many students in master science and PhD in uh, new technology of hatchery of hatchery operation. Sorry, and slaughter too. There are many studies was done in slaughter, and the past decade I used nanotechnology in poultry production for many operations, like as
right.
how we can solve the problem of uh, uh, bird flu in Egypt by using
Right.
some nanoparticles like as nanosilver. Nanosilver is I was used for as antiviral and antibacterial in poultry houses. Okay, this is my life in poultry production through 40 years ago up to now. Okay.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. That's very great. That's very great. And thank you very much, Dr. Professor Talat Mustafa. You join us, especially on our cause to sharing the knowledge to the world.
Yes,
This is
yes,
our
I can
goal.
do.
This is our special HICO goal. That also on when I talked on myself that after 50, I realized that I learn and earn a lot in this field.
Yes.
So this is I did speak to you earlier before that. Now I feel that it's the time for feedback. Now it's time for sharing the knowledge for the well-being of the pupils, well-being of the birds, especially.
Mm, yes.
So
Uh,
this is
uh,
very great, sir. You
I,
join us.
I can share you for any information or scientific uh, uh, sharing. Uh, I know that you are equipment company, company for poultry equipment. That's okay. Are you
Yes, yes.
understanding me?
I am also
Mm,
I am also a ventilation consultant expert, and
very.
since 2000, 2000, and I am working in this field. I did a lot of ventilation courses from abroad, from Bangkok, Germany, Holland, and
Mm,
a lot of countries. And basically I am electrical engineer, and after that I joined. I did a lot of courses in ventilation. So ventilation is my special subject. I did centuries in this field, farms in automation and layers, breeders, broilers farms, and also layer cages. My last project is 2.2 billion layer project in Pakistan, cages project. So there's a lot of story, because when you are working in 20 years, more than 20 years in this field. You have a lot of myths, a lot of tips. So that's why I started this, and a lot of people from all over the world join us, from UK, from South Africa, from US, and from Iran, from Turkey. So the first questions I received from Iran, Mr.
mm,
Mehdi Bilgare is also my best friend, and also he's a ventilation expert also. And the question is related to the hatchery and hatch window
mm,
effect in broiler rearing.
mm.
Is it right that hatch window affect in broiler rearing, and how do we can decrease hatch window, and what are important issues in hatch window?
The field of ventilation methods and machines is very nice, especially for the Middle East area. Okay, the
Right.
ventilation method for broiler, for hatcheries, for layer, either in litter or battery cages. We calculated it and calculate what it needs for every house. But I want to know what is the new technology of ventilation that you use in your company for hatcheries, slaughter, broiler houses, broiler breeder houses, and layer houses. Is there a new fields that you used it? If you have,
Yes, we are
you
using
can.
special automatic automation system. Yes.
Okay, but in the first life of broiler or layer, we need a special technique for ventilation to be sorry, to be parallel with the age of the birds and heating at the same time. Ventilation and heating at the same time as the start of birds or during the brooding period. If you have a program or programs for ventilation, I would like to send me a program of ventilation or new programs for ventilation for broiler, for layer, for parent stocks, for housing, and for hatchery too, and the other
Very good.
houses for slaughter. Because many people cannot calculate the requirement of hatchery houses as well as feeding mill houses. It is need for special ventilation which the top different with the broiler or layer house ventilation. Are you understand that my I speak or are you
Yes,
understanding?
yes, yes. Also,
Oh,
I want to come to your knowledge that in Pakistan, we are using most modern ventilation system, and from USA, from Denmark, Big Dutchman, Scove, and Showtime, Salmet, Fancom, and lot of companies, because now our 90% poultry are fully automated in Pakistan now.
very nice,
And
very nice. What is
especially
the
especially
new program?
sorry.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
And also special for the ventilation, for the minimum ventilation, the thumb rule, we are using a zero point 0.7 cubic meter per hour per kg bird. That thumb rule
Mm,
we are using. It depends on the, also on the poultry farm condition also. You can decrease and increase a little bit, but the thumb rule, we are using zero point 0.7 cubic meter per hour per kg for the minimum rotation in Pakistan, for layer, for breeders, for broilers. So,
mm,
and in we are using most modern system of the world, and
mm,
also in Pakistan, the poultry is the second largest industry in Pakistan.
yes,